Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and I appreciate you stopping by. So as I let you guys know in my last live stream, I wanted to provide you with some controller settings for PC. You can also use this on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever you're playing on. So I'm going to go over my controller settings for you guys and also go into detail why I'm using it, and then also go over some graphic stuff for PC if that's something you would need. All right, I don't want to take too much time, so let's jump into it. All right, so first I'm gonna share with you my settings for the controller. So those of you that want that, I'm gonna do it in the forefront in the video. All I ask is just please like the video and share it with someone, okay? Because usually some YouTubers will do this at the end because they want you to watch it all the way through. I would greatly appreciate that too if you could, but if you want other more in-depth stuff for graphics and audio and all that, then continue watching it through. If you're just here for controller, all right, here we go. This is gonna be it. So I'm running 160, and before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug my controller, and I'm gonna show you I'm running the DualSense Edge still with the purple precision ring and an extended grip on the right side. Nothing on the left side, just the right side. Okay, so get that in the camera. You can see that. All right, just letting you know specifics what I'm running on my controller, because it might feel a little bit different if you're not running a purple precision ring, or extended grip might feel a little bit different for you. So 160 feels really comfortable for me. I like it there. Try it out. If it's too fast, then go ahead and go down. I've seen some people really comfortable at 1.40, 1.45, but 160 was where I felt the most comfortable. The other important tabs are going to be dead zone inputs. So I have two here, and this is a big one, left stick max. We've been so used to custom to running, you know, I've ran 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, but I recently found out that between 99 and 90 is really a good sweet spot. So play with it to see what feels best for you. I found 95 to feel perfect. And doing this, I feel my aim assist is a little bit more stickier. I feel like I don't fall out of the aim assist window as fast, and having this lower, I feel like you're falling out of the window a little bit faster. At least that's how I feel. It may not feel the same thing for you, but the game's so fast now. They made some like speed things, and the dead zones are different, so you don't have to have it as low anymore. 95 feels really good. Try it out. Let me know if it helps you out. Right stick minimum, I'm at 2. I don't have any type of stick drift. I have some new modules in my controller, and I'm running 0099 here. Okay, we're gonna go to aiming. I'm gonna go to sensitivity multiplier, and I know this is at 0.90 and it's locked because I'm running custom zooms, but it's always stood right there and I removed it. That's the way it is. Doesn't affect anything, so you can leave it at 1 if you run custom zooms. If you don't run custom zooms and you just run around the ADS, I will say 90 feels pretty well with the purple precision ring. 95 doesn't feel too bad as well. Okay, ADS sensitivity multiplier focus is 0.95. I noticed that lowering this down a little bit helps just aim down a little bit better when you're ADS and you're trying to hit those long shots, and you'll see that later in the video, me hitting some longer distance shots and pretty much landing almost every shot. All right, so advanced settings, I'm going to be running instant with dynamic. I've switched between linear and dynamic. I've tried both. I feel like I could play with both, but I do feel dynamic is a little bit more cheesier. If you want to abuse the aim assist and just feel a little bit more stickier, then yeah, dynamic. If you want a little bit more control, linear. But dynamic is going to be the way I'm going, and I'm running it at 1.00. So I'm not running any type of curve with it, just 1.00. Custom per zooms. This is 1.05 because of the purple precision ring, but you can run it at 1. Like I mentioned, 0.95 feels really good, but just with purple precision rings, for me, it's a little too slow, especially when they're pushing in front of me. When I'm pushing people or they're slide canceling right in front of me, it's hard to track them as I'm ADSing, and it just slows down way too much. So 1.05 found it real comfortable for me with the purple precision ring. Now, if you're not using that, it might be a little too high. You might want to go down. Okay, so that's what I'm running on my custom per zooms. You don't have to run that if you don't want to. Like I mentioned a little while ago, you could just go with the sensitivity and then put this to 0.90, 0.95, and 1. See what feels good for you and run it like that. Okay, What's going to help not over aim and help is a sensitivity multiplier, lowering this to 0.95. I tried 0.90, but it's a little too slow, but 0.95 feels good. There's just something about it that feels really good. All right, that's controller settings. That's for your aim and all that. If you want to keep watching, you can. Some people don't like running tactical sprint assist. I like it. I'm leaving it as is. And I'll be honest, a lot of this stuff is pretty much the same. I didn't really change anything here. Advanced movement, nothing's there. Let's see, corner slice, I have it off. Combat, everything's here is pretty much the same, guys. I didn't change anything much here. So that's the controller settings. For graphics wise, I am on an AMD graphics card. So this is for PC now. So Fidelity Cast is what you're going to want to run, and you're going to want to put it at 80. Saw a video, and I used to have mine at 90, 85, and I was having some issues, some screen tearing, and it's just really bad. So put that at 80. You're going to want to turn this variable rate shading. For some reason, mine was on after the update. So make sure it's off. You don't want this on. Okay. Make sure that is off. If you're like me and you want to cap your frames, which I have a 144 hertz monitor. So wait, before we do that, let's go back. Let's go back to display. Okay. Let's go back to display. My bad. So I'm running borderless. Okay. Exclusive or borderless. I like borderless because I'm running 2 monitors. If you only have 1 monitor, then go exclusive. That's my monitor I'm playing on. That's the GPU I'm using. Okay. And then I'm playing in 2K 16.9. You're gonna want to do that. And then after you're done with all your settings, you're gonna want to hit this restart shaders preloading. Hit that, close the game out, and then relaunch it, and your shaders are gonna restart, and it's gonna save all your settings that you're doing. Gamma brightness, this game is pretty dark since the update, so I would recommend putting it up a little bit. 55 is where it looks pretty good. The other thing I did was, I've been having some issues since the update with some screen tearing. Literally my screen looked like it was tearing in half while I was running and while a lot of things were happening. So I limited it to 100% here. And then what I did was a variable, I capped this at 130. There's proven data out there that if you cap this about 10 below, so I'm 144, so I could go 134, but I just kept that 130. This is going to help your GPU and your CPU time. Okay, these milliseconds up here, it's going to help it not slow it down. It's going to help it speed it up, get that number to go down, because the higher the number, the worse, right? You want that number as low as possible. So put this lower than what your monitor calls for. So my monitor is a 144 hertz monitor. So there's no need for me to be trying to hit 200 hertz because I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to use that. So I can get up there 230, 240 hertz, but there's no point in me doing it because my monitor is capped. So if you're like me in this scenario, we only have 144 hertz, 180 hertz, then cap it because it's going to make your game run a lot smoother. You're going to have less latency. So I'd rather have less latency in the frames that I need to get from my monitor than sacrifice latency and have super high latency, and then I'm getting higher frames, but I can't even take advantage of those frames because my monitor is limited anyway, right? So if that makes sense, I hope it does. If not, let me know in the comments. I'll break it down even more. So I have it 130, 130, 150. So this is capped. I capped my frames, pretty much is what I'm saying. All this is going to keep it the same. We're just in this tab, so we're going back to this. Everything here is the same. I didn't move anything. Everything's still the same. Make sure you copy this down. I'm not going to go into detail on this. This is going to help your game just run real smooth. Get everything that you're trying to get. Okay. View 120 for Warzone. If you're playing TDM, I would recommend like 110 is a sweet spot. That's where I like to play at. Sometimes 115, but most recently I've been playing at 110 for multiplayer. Warzone 120. Affected wide. Everything, make sure this is important. 50%. I like the inverted flashbang on, so I turn it on. That's it for graphics. All right, let's go to audio. On audio, you are going to want to go to Treyarch Mix. Okay. And I had this muted. you're gonna want to copy that down, and then your where's it at? This is where you're gonna want 250, 500. You can hear a little bit better. At least for the headphones that I'm using. I'm using the Razer V-Shark Pro 2s, and I can hear a little bit better with the EQ configured as such. The other thing I want to say, is there anything else here? This, I think that's it here. Default reduced tinnitus sound on, and that's pretty much it here. I don't see anything else that I need to change that I did. Here's the other audio: 0, 30, 100, and then 0. Other than that, that's it for the settings, guys. And so I'm gonna go specific within the DualSense Edge. So if you're still here, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. By you watching the video just really supports the channel and helps it out quite a bit. Don't forget to drop a like though. All right, so if I go to my PC, and give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the PlayStation accessories app. You could download the PlayStation app. Let me see if I can get this to PlayStation accessories app. Okay, and I'm trying to show this on my screen. How do I get this on my screen? So let me see, Call of Duty. Bam, there we go. There it is. So you can see I have MW3 here, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, X and O, pretty much the same stuff. 6 sensitivity, I'm running nothing on my dead zones. So my left is 0. You can see it's very low, just hardly nothing there. Default. Now, if you do want to run something on your right stick, the best one I've always suggested, and I still will suggest, if you do want to run one, is going to be precise. And I go between 5, 4, and 3. That's where I like to go. But just keep in mind, this is going to mess with the dead zones within Call of Duty itself, and they've been having a lot of issues with their dead zones, and it's just I would recommend just staying at 0. But if you absolutely want to run one of these, then yeah, 5, 4, 3. That's what I recommend. It's the curve that's closest to what's in the game, so within COD. So I would run that, but preferably run nothing. Okay. And that's it. So you can download this from Sony themselves, this application, so you can adjust your controller, trigger dead zones, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, vibration off. You don't want that on. There's my button assignments, and yeah, those are the settings. I also have Marvel Rival settings for this controller. If you like those settings, let me know in the video. Drop a comment, and I will do my best to drop that video for you guys on what I'm using. But yeah, guys, I don't want to take too much time. I hope this is not too extensive. I'll drop some clips of how I've been playing, and that way you guys can see just how these settings are working for me. Appreciate everyone. I know it's been a while since I posted, but thank you guys for the support. Hopefully we continue to grow, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.